guys, I'm Rimblestar Girl. Before I get into the contents of today's video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment with any critiques, questions, or suggestions. In today's video, I'll be making 3 new designs for my Etsy shop. If you don't know, I've been making pins, stickers, keychains, pencil cases, and hats for my Etsy shop, and I had a couple ideas for some new designs, so I thought it was a good opportunity to make a video. With that said, let's jump right in. The first design I wanted to make has to do with anxiety, and it's actually a pretty simple design. Most of the process for this was just looking through fonts and deciding which ones I wanted. I don't really like doing this, so it was kind of annoying, but I did end up landing on a font that I like. If you don't know, I have anxiety. I've struggled with anxiety for pretty much my whole life, and I feel like if you have anxiety, you can probably relate to this, but I was having a text conversation, and I was really anxious, and the person was like, what are you doing? Why are you saying that? And I was just like, listen, my anxiety told me to say it, okay? As soon as I sent that text, I thought it would be really fun to put that on a pin or a sticker for all my other anxiety people. I wanted to add these little scribbles around the words. I call them anxiety spikes. I've drawn these spikes in my sketchbooks and my diaries, and it's just how I've come to visually represent my anxiety, and I think they work really perfect for this design. I did end up changing them a little bit off camera because when I showed my mom, she said they looked like stars, and that wasn't really visually what I was going for. The second design I'm doing actually also has to do with anxiety. It was inspired by one of my martial arts students. This student is also really into art, and so we were talking one day and she was telling me about how she's always drawing in school, and we made the joke that she wasn't the quiet kid, but she was the anxious artist. And just like the last one, as soon as I said it, I knew it was going to make a perfect design for pins and stickers. This one again was a lot of playing around with fonts and word placements, which isn't my favorite thing to do, but this one had a little bit more artsiness to it because I decided to make the anxious artist rainbow and add a sparkle texture, play around with some drop shadows, and then also draw in these little sparkles around. This design actually required drawing and does not have to do with anxiety. I've had a lot of people request that I do an animal design, and I've actually had an idea for a design featuring my cat for a while now, but I just hadn't ever gotten around to it. If you don't know, my family has 3 cats, and every morning and night they stand at the stairs and they meow so loud until I feed them. When I bring up their bowls, they like to swarm around my feet, so my family started calling them the sharks. I thought this would be so cute to make a design of a cat wearing a shark costume that says, "Feed me" underneath. To do this, I actually took a picture of my cat in order to use to make this process a little bit easier. It would have taken me a really long time to break down the anatomy of a cat from scratch, so tracing over my own photo was the best option for both convenience and the result of the design. I don't really draw animals that much, so I'm not very confident in my animal drawing skills, so I kind of tend to avoid art where I have to draw them. But since I was making this video, and I know you guys wanted it, and I knew I could take a picture of my cat to make it a little bit easier, I thought I'd give it a try. Once I decided which products I wanted to make, all I had to do was resize the designs onto previously made product sheets and then print them on the appropriate papers. First up, I turned all 3 of these designs into matte and holographic stickers. This process is super easy. All you have to do is buy some sticker paper and then print your design onto it. If you want holographic ones, then you need to buy some laminating paper, and once you print your design, you can just laminate the sticker paper. Once they're all printed and laminated, all you have to do is cut them. I like to leave a white border around my stickers, not only because I like the way it looks, but also because I cut mine by hand. I don't currently own a Cricut or any kind of cutting machine, so I have to do it by hand, and it would just be a lot harder if I cut all the way up to the edge. Next up, I turned all 3 of these designs into pins. To make my pins, I use shrink plastic and resin. I've shown this process before on my channel, so we're going to kind of speed over it and just give you the overview. I will still, of course, show you the satisfying shrinking process. Another reason we're going a little faster with this is because I completely forgot to film myself putting on the resin. Basically, I just put some on the top, spread it out, and then stick it under the UV light. Once the resin's all done, all I have to do is take some super glue and glue on the pin backs. The last 2 things I made were pencil cases and hats. For the hats, I decided to go with the Anxiety Told Me To design, except for the fact that I forgot to film the entire process, so you will see those at the end. For the pencil cases, I went with the Anxious Artist design. I just thought that would work really well for a pencil or art supplies case. For this, I like to go for transfer paper that says for dark fabrics, even if I'm working on a light fabric. I've found that this paper just works so much better, comes out cleaner, and is easier to use. The only thing is it's a little bit more expensive, but I think the end result is worth it. I ended up with 3 different variations of this pencil case because I could not decide how I wanted to cut the words out. This honestly stressed me out. I was getting really tired at this point and I started to get very panicked, but I did end up landing on one I liked. So, here are the final results. What do you guys think? All of these designs and products are available on Etsy. I have so many other designs as well, so if you want to check it out, the link will be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I have no idea what the next video is going to be or when it is going to come out, but whatever it is and whenever it does, I hope to see you then. Bye!